Hey everyone, Dan from Stats here again with another Eurovision song review. This time it's San Marino, it's Adrenalina, sung by Senhit. Let's talk about it. It's another solo female singing an upbeat pop song, but this song has the incredible, huge name of Flow Rider. I'm quite bullish on San Marino. The stats that I've seen have been very, very positive. I don't think it's going to win, but I think it will exceed expectations, especially compared to where it stands in the market right now. This is a song I keep coming back to, but it isn't without flaws. The Flow Rider segment in the middle is shockingly bad. I will talk about it more, but let's take a look at the odds and see what we can make of them. I'm looking at the second semi-final to win market, not to qualify, and San Marino are 25-1 versus Switzerland, which is just over evens. Now, the reason for this, despite me really liking San Marino, is that San Marino are singing first in the running order. It's a real shame. I think if Switzerland and San Marino are switched, Switzerland, by the way, are singing second to last, the penultimate song. If they were switched, I would have all my money on San Marino winning this semi-final. Bulgaria are 3.4 to qualify. If you've seen my Bulgaria video, you'll know that I don't really think they're a threat for the win overall in the grand final. I don't think they're going to do much better in the semi. I believe they will qualify. Iceland are 5-1, which I don't understand at all. In a fair world, San Marino would have a better running order slot and it would be competitive. As it is, there is really no chance that it will win. It's going to do well, but from the first running order slot, it will be forgotten a little bit by people, unfortunately. It isn't necessarily a bad thing that San Marino are singing first. You could see that as Eurovision having a degree of confidence that they are going to qualify. Looking at the second semi-final to qualify market, San Marino are 1.28 to qualify. Now this semi-final is weak, it's got a lot of driftwood. San Marino, in my opinion, is an almost definite qualifier. 1.28 is probably something that I would back. Looking at the outright market, to win, San Marino are 49-1. Now they're not going to win the competition, that much is certain, but I really think that they're going to do better than people expect. For me, this is a back to lay. I would be aiming for 22-1 to lay it off. As you can see, I am very bullish on San Marino, so let me talk about why I feel this way. San Marino is a song that I keep coming back to. It feels like a guilty pleasure, but my bullishness is not completely without merit. Let me take you through some of the stats that I've seen and see if you agree. Stats is monitoring the MyEurovisionScoreboard app where users can rate the songs according to their own preferences. What we're finding for San Marino in the second semi-final is that they are actually winning. They're the top preference for users for the second semi-final. This is ahead of Switzerland, which is 6.8 in the outright versus 49-1 for San Marino. And if you look at the chart for all the songs, San Marino is actually the fourth favourite. That's against all the songs in the competition this year. It's even higher than Switzerland, it's higher than Bulgaria, which I'm not too surprised about, it's higher than Lithuania, which is another fun song. This is not something that can be ignored. More importantly than that, from a betting perspective, I feel like San Marino is under the radar. Everyone's talking about Bulgaria, everyone's talking about Italy, everyone's talking about Switzerland, everyone's talking about Malta, everyone's talking about France. I have San Marino outside of the top tier, but maybe on the upper end of the mid tier, and I feel like it will benefit if something goes wrong, something doesn't really work with Switzerland or Bulgaria or France. I think that San Marino will be a beneficiary of that. San Marino has known quantities. We know the song is fun, we know that Senhit can sing it, and I think it's going to have some really cool staging as well. I want to talk about my least favourite part of this song. It's such a shame, it kills me that they've done it. It's the Flow Rider segment. Why didn't they just add a bridge? Why didn't they just add an alternative verse? It feels so unnecessary. The addition of Flow Rider for what they perceive will be televote points is so brazen that I actually think it diminishes the song. The green screen effect in the video only amplifies this for me. They're clearly not in the same place, and it just reinforces what I think, that it's an easy paycheck for Flow Rider. Someone's come up to him and said, hey, can you write 30 seconds of crap for this song? And he's gone, sure. And it's an easy payday. And why Flow Rider anyway? I've never heard in the history of anyone say to me that their favourite artist is Flow Rider. he isn't that big a name. He did like one good song in 2011 and then 3 shit ones. I wonder to myself how much of an input Senhit had on this song. Did she suggest Flow Rider? It doesn't feel like it. It feels like a decision by committee, by people in business suits who thought that they needed mass appeal. As you're probably picking up by now, I'm not a huge fan of the Flow Rider section, but to bring it back to Eurovision, I think that this will actually reduce the points that the juries give it because it feels so cheap, and I don't think it's going to do them any favours with the televote either. It feels like a completely pointless act. I have no idea if Flow Rider will show up in Rotterdam. I hope he does. It would be much better if he's there with her. Because of the pandemic, Telestats isn't able to gather as many stats as we would normally do in a normal year, so I am basing this review off my own enjoyment of the song. I have been coming back to this song. It is a guilty pleasure. The stats, at least the stats that we do have, are positive for San Marino. So yeah, I'm bullish on it. To bring it back to betting, even with the app stats, which you may not feel are that important, 49-1 just feels too big. I think it's bigger than a lot of songs that are inferior. I'm looking at a price point to lay in the low 20s, 20-1, 21-1, something like that. Maybe you think I'm getting carried away, and maybe I am. I am bullish on San Marino. I think it will be knocking on the door of top 10. I don't know if it will cross that line. If there were a top 15 market on Betfair, I probably would back San Marino to be in the top 15. So final advice, back San Marino to qualify their semi-final, and a back to lay in the outright, lay off wherever you feel comfortable. Maybe it's in the 30s. Like I said, I'm aiming for the 20s. If you like this video, please share, subscribe, retweet, follow us on our socials at Telestats on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Tell me if you have Adrenalina or if you're just not feeling it. I want to know, and I'll see you next time for the next video. Cheers.